Okay. Right, apparently I've got an excellent connection. This is a test, but I'm going to make a bird box while I'm doing this test. I've got all sorts of issues regarding computers and stuff regarding, for doing actual live streams. So, yeah, that and audio troubles as well. I'm going to have to use this from a microphone. It's not really what I ought to be using. I ought to be using one of the radio microphones, but for some reason it's not recognising them. So, okay. First, am I actually live? That I can't really tell at the moment. So it's supposed to go into auto stop. That's why. Right. Okay. We're going to be making a bird box. So, welcome to Wallybois live, and here is what I prepared earlier. But we're going to be making one similar to that, but out of rustic wood. Any old crap I can get my hands onto. Like I say, this is just a bit of a test. I have done live streams on this channel before. If you check the live category on the actual channel, you'll see. But I've been having all sorts of issues with computers. Generally, I built a brand new computer, but the motherboard is shot. Well, the motherboard wasn't new, but anyway, that failed. So at the moment, I'm on my laptop. I am gaming laptop, Nitro 5 laptop, but it seems okay. But the problem is handling the cameras. I can only handle 2 cameras at the moment. So I've got 4 around here, and I can only use 2 of them. Ideally, I'll get myself an HDMI, which is like a broadcasting device. We can plug lots of HDMI cameras into it. So let me just double check we've got everything here, and that we are actually live. It looks like we're live. Yes, we've got viewers. Hello, everybody. So let's get to it, shall we? Blimey, these things are sent to try us. I do apologise if the audio's not fantastic. Like I say, I've got this thing sort of set up here at the moment, trying to prevent some of the echo in this space. Normally I'd be wearing the radio mic, so... Oh, boy. So I've got some rustic old bits of wood here. Alright, we'll put it on the overhead camera. So that one's working. Or at least it was. Yeah, that's working. So we've got the overhead camera on there like so. So what we're going to do is just use what we've got to make a bird box a bit like this one, except it won't be sort of like new and shiny like. No, because it's going to be more rustic. But what I do want is maintain that shape, as you can see here, with the cathedral shape. Got these 2 blocks of wood here. I'm literally just going to place one on top of the other. It's called cheat, you see. I like cheating, that I do. And I'll whack a couple of screws into that. Boom, boom, boom. I will have a look at the chat in a minute and see who's here. Right, okay. There we go. I've got to remember to speak up as well. It's that microphone. Yeah. How are we doing for audio? Oh, how's it sound anyway? With this audio, it's not something I want to stick with, but you know how it goes. It's a flippin' pain in the neck. Technology, is that is? Yeah. Believe me. Right, what have we got in the chat? Okay, you've got Andrew Pegg and Paul 1962 and Scott Sweetster. How do you do? And Ted for Western. Sebastian. God, these all names I don't recognise. Crikey. Blimey, early days, eh? So, we need a pencil to start with, right? And I need a means of creating a curve. There's all sorts of ways you can do it. We can cheat, you see. You can do that like that and you think, oh, alright, yeah, okay. But also, like I showed in one of my previous videos, alright, okay. I do apologise again and again and again if you can't hear me properly. I'm just going to shove it in there like that. Now, someone pointed out actually when I showed this technique in a video that you can't guarantee you're going to get a smooth curve, and that is true. You get more of a curve in the middle, and that's kind of the same with a compass plane as well. It's the same difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark this, but it doesn't matter. It's just, what I'm using it for doesn't really matter. No, it's a bird box. Okay. Now the thing is, see, when you buy bird boxes, they're too small. They are literally too small. Not necessarily the space. What happens is you must have at least 4 inches or 100 millimeters from the actual hole to the actual bird box itself. You know, to the nest. Otherwise, the other birds get their head in there. You see, and then, oh, that looks yummy. Yeah, well, I might eat that egg. Have that for breakfast. Yeah, bit of bacon on the side, maybe. So, Right, so I could do the same on the other side, or I could use whatever I cut off that to mimic that side if I want to. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Should I try it? See if it'll fall off. Right, will it work? Remember, it's only a blooming bird box, you know. We're not doing cabriole legs, are we? No. Now, you might know, you might not. Me and my dear missus, we're doing a rewilding here in France, where we're planting loads of trees. And they're literally at least 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land. It'll quite possibly be more than that. I've planted a hell of a lot already. So, the idea is gives the little birdie somewhere to live, you know. You could cut this, obviously, I know, that's argument's sake, with a coping saw, which is one of these. I can get it out. Oh, blimey, come here, you! A coping saw, or a jigsaw, or a bandsaw, or even a scroll saw if you don't mind waiting. Yeah. Or eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Should I just do it with a jigsaw? Be done with it. I'll tell you, that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the jigsaw. Now, to hold up, put it in there, and do it that way, a bit of a faff. Or screws there are going to be in the way. Or we'll take one out. I'll put one over here. Change the rules as you go. That's what you do. Well, that jigsaw, which happens to be there. I could take you to the bandsaw, but it means I've got to take the camera as well. My Bosch jigsaw. Like I say, this is only a bit of a test, you know, to see how I go, because I'm one of them people. I don't like things. How do you put it? Messy. I really want to get my stream sorted out properly, but I have so many computer problems. It's not like anything. Everything costs money, doesn't it? So we need to cut that. Okay, can we see? Let's bring this down here. We've got 18 people in now. Colin Webb, hello there. I hope you're well. Let me know how the audio is. Just it's something I get on top of. I have got radio microphones, but for some reason the sound didn't recognise them for some reason. So, okay. Right, let's bring the camera further over this way. That's there. Right, I could clamp it down, but I'm not going to bother. Nope. When you're going to design a quiet jigsaw, people who don't want to do live stream, you know, doing like this reminds me of working on a building site, and you just finding a bit of old scaffolding to lean on. Or your colleague's back. Oh, don't need that bit, do we? Oh, that can go over there, then fire. Yeah, chuck it over there. That's how you do it. Oh, don't. Some people do expect a lot out of their jigsaws. They really do. When I was talking about jigsaws before in a previous video, and they're useless and stuff like that. Yeah, the blade always wanders and stuff. It will do if you cut stuff that's too thick. And also, if for instance you've got no on your blade, your jigsaw blade, like that, right? Oh, a bit close to you, shall I? Yeah, you've obviously got your set. You've obviously got the sharpened teeth, but then you've got on the side here. If you hold the side of your jigsaw blade like so, if it feels a little bit smooth, it's not grabbing your skin, you know, you've got no, you'll have no controllability. All that happens is it'll just wander all over the place, and it'll take the route of least resistance. So if you've lost that edge on the side, not necessarily just there, on the top of the teeth, okay, that needs to be sharp, but on the sides, if that's polished off, you're never going to be able to cut anything. Pointless. You know, not straight anyway, or even follow a curve, follow a line at all. I'm not too worried doing this, because it's only a bird box. Yeah, if we rustic in this. Rustic! Yes! So I have a rustic bird box. Right. Let's just check the chat again. God, I don't like working on a laptop doing this. It's not enough room. I'm going to do some more live streams, but actually in my office, where we talk about things like the history of Stanley Bailey hand pains, or, you know, then Leonard Bailey and Frederick Stanley. Was it that way right? Frederick Leonard, Frederick Bailey? No, it's Frederick Stanley. Or Stanley Frederick. Oh, I can't remember. Leonard Bailey. Lose my mind, eh? Crikey, it happens to us all, you know. Right, so I'm going to have a base. That could be the base. Alright. I can either put it on the face there like so. Alright, or like that. Or I can put it on the top. Well, I'm actually going to put it on the face like so. First of all, I need to true that up. I'm not going to do it on there. I'm going to do it on my radio alarm saw. Oh, crikey, how can you see that? Oh, blimey, it's over there, you see. There it is. Oh, crikey, that's one way of doing it, I suppose. I desperately need another computer. I've been looking today. Like I say, I bought a load of stuff for it. Because I had a decent motherboard, just the one that used to be on my... what happened is, I upgraded my computer in the office. When I do my live streaming on and stuff like in the office. And then, the motherboard I took out of there, I thought, hang on, I'll have it in the workshop now and upgrade the one I got in here. So I brought that in there, got a new case for it, and some more memory and this, that and the other. Then what happened is it didn't work. No, it just went all loopy. And I've tried the other day again, and I just can't even get any monitor output out of it at all. Even though it's got an PCI video card. But you see, the thing is about live stream, when you want multiple cameras, you need a lot of power. You need a lot of power, you know. Oh. Smells all gross smell and all that. There we go. There we go. When you need no radio alarm for, if you're cutting wide bits, right, wider bits, what you got to watch out for with the radio alarm stuff, you pull towards it and grab. And I tend to pulse it through, or bring the saw right out and do it on the push, cut on the push stroke. Smaller bits are fine cutting on the pull stroke. Not a problem at all. Quite a lot of these things, you get used to certain machines, don't you? And it's kind of like, becomes what you get so used to it, that's what you, Now I've got two square faces, two faces square of each other. I think it'll be tremendously accurate. Which side? Put your hands in front of it. That'll do. That'll do. Damn, come again. Oh, Christ. Oh, he's going to chop his fingers off here. He's going to chop his fingers off. Look at him doing. What's he doing over there? So that's going to go on there like that. All right. Oh, Jack. All right. And that one's going to go on there like that. And, if I get a little bit, create a bit of dust and all that, without the dust mask, what I can do is, I can get really aggressive with a sand and angle grinder. Not wide at the base, and that's going to be the back anyway. use example of my setting. Now I'm going to use a nail gun, right? Only for the purpose of holding it together while I think about, you know, sorting all that bits piece out. Before I nail that on there, you know what I need to do first? I need to think about the hole. You got to be a hole, you know. Yeah, you got to get your wood in your hole. In this case, a little birdie. So I'll go for a hole. Now, remember me saying earlier, you need at least 4 inches. You say, whoa, crikey, flipping head. Split her into, yeah, 4 inches, which is about 100 millimetres from the nest. But you want more than that, really, because obviously that's a bare minimum. So I'm going to make this hole up there, about at least 6 inches, 150 millimetres from the bottom. So, time I've got the thickness of the base, it's going to be about here, because that hole is there already. Right there, right about there. That'll do. Now I can drill a hole in there, alright? Now I could do that on the old, penetrator. That's what I think what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I'll put you on the other camera. Oh! Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. So I'll put it on the other camera. I'm going to drill a hole over there, you see. All the way over there. Now you probably can't see it, but I've actually got, you can't see it because the bandsaw high. I've got another camera over there, which I can't connect at the moment, which is an absolute pain in the neck. So what we're going to do is, we're going to drill a hole in there of about 28 millimetre hole. The reason for 28 millimetres, it's just one for blue tits. Yeah, I like a good, you know. Alright, so, well, that's a little bit easier than a bracing bit, I tell you. Right, so we've now got a hole with a little birdie. Yeah, like a birdie's glory hole, that is. Oh, so, oh, crikey, too much in the window. Shut up, Max. Oh, it's hard, I tell you. Oh, what's it, my poor wife. You realise you hell. Oh, crikey, I don't know if she put up with me, I really don't. Anyway, we're going to nail them on there like so. First of all, I'm just going to use a nail. I'm not going to rely purely on the nail gun. No, I'm not going to do that. Look back on the other camera. Oh, there we are. Now, the reason I rely on the nail gun because I'd rather use screws. I'm not using any glues because I don't want to have anything in there. Well, yeah, any nasty smells that the birdies don't like. You know, what we'll do is treat it, but we'll treat it with linseed oil because birds love linseed oil. Now, I've got a little bit of a story about linseed. Yeah, you know that window paste stuff when you glaze your windows. It's got linseed oil in it, you know. And the thing about it is, the birds like it. Now, when we first came here in France, and I had to make good the windows because like the glass was missing and stuff like that. So I did that, made good the windows, and then we thought, oh, look, little, I just put that one the wrong way round. I sanded that side, means I've got to sand that side. Oh, crikey! Right, you make me nervous, you are. You make me nervous. Anyway, we woke up one morning, little birdies are pecking out the window and all that. They were, oh, we thought that's sweet. Oh, they're pecking out the window. What's that love? No, they were just nicking the flipping paint out of the windows. They were. All right, now when you hold this with a nail gun, be careful. So I've seen people do what I just did actually. Is hold it there like so. If that nail, the little brad nails, okay, end up going sideways, well then the likelihood it's going to go into your finger and that. Yeah, so that's something you do as I say, not as I do. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I think I might put that one the way around. That's right. That's right. Right. The other thing is, it's very tempting to nail like that way, because you think of the width there and it's sort of following the direction, but you're better off going that way. Because what you'll find is if you go that way, you're more likely for the nail to come out at an angle. So you're better off going that way. Do it that way. No, that way. It is that way. Sorry, that way. Yeah. So in line with the edge of the board. Oh, well, yeah, because they come out they can go sideways. You see, a bit weird. Yeah. Don't remember how old buggers they are. It's that one as well. Look at that. What an idiot. So now that leaves us with some form of roof. I want it to be a bit like this one. Kind of. It's a bit bigger than on steroids, this one's. Yeah. Have I got the wrong way? Have I done the wrong way around? Oh well, doesn't matter. Not really, does it? It's a bird house. Alright, so this one's a little bit bigger, but it doesn't matter. It gives more room, doesn't it? You know. And it's for great tits. These are great tit ones as well, actually, because they're 28mm hole. For great tits, anything really from about 26mm up to around 32. You don't really all go over 32, because you're more likely to get predators to stick their heads in there. You see. So now what we need to do is find something I can use to create a roof. Now, I picked up a load of old crappy old wood the other day. I mean, literally crappy old wood. What we call village here in France. It's what in Hab, you see, they have this stuff. This is very old. It's probably 100 years old. This it's made chestnut, I think. And what they do is they nail this on the top of the rafters, and then the tiles literally just lay on top of the board. So these all like up edge on up the rafters, and then the tiles sit on top of that. Now they're Romney tiles. Now Romney tiles. Where can I put these photos? On the floor. On the floor. They're on the floor. Okay, probably heard that, didn't you? And the Romney tiles were literally created usually by whoever's got a forge or a furnace of one kind or another. And so it used to be the apprentice would be the one making the tiles, the roof tiles. And sometimes today you still find some of the old original roof tiles on these old farmhouses and stuff. And they used to mould them on their thigh, literally on their thigh. Lumber clay, rubbing themselves up and all that at the same time, and then they create a roof tile, and then they'd fire them all. Yeah, and then that's basically how they were made. And I suppose the problem there is if, for instance, if you want to get in some more roof tiles, you have to go to the same geezer making the roof tiles. The old Romney roof tiles, the tool. Yeah, because obviously everyone's got different sized legs. Same to me. Yeah, these days all done with a machine and a hard clay, not a soft clay. Because I've still got some of the old ones on this roof, which need to be replaced really. But yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to use some of that as like that, alright, as the roofing material. I'm trying to work out how they're going to do this. You know, normally if you got a feather edge board, you see, you'd have a thin edge, wouldn't you? You know, closed board fencing. And you could close board up the side of the roof, a bit like what we've done with this, which you see they've been taped. I can still do that. Anyway, I'll tell you, we'll give that a go, shall we? Right, so. What a bunch! Crikey! Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a load to the same length, about that. Bring it back on the old overhead camera again. I've got a little Tabo 8-inch chop saw head. It's not bad, I think it's quite accurate actually. Usually shoot for trims. There's my mark. I need to plug it in. Blimey. Someone saying to me next, oh, you should get yourself a cordless one. I'm in the workshop, got power everywhere. Be really careful when you're cutting material that's tapered or funny shapes and stuff, especially on a chop saw. Because if you've got a curve on here, if there's a curve on the back fence, if there's a space in the middle, for instance, what can happen is as you cut it, the wood could actually sort of like do that on the blade. And then you can have a kickback situation. It'd be quite dangerous, so you have to be really careful. And sometimes best what I don't necessarily push to the fence or push down. Yeah, if you push to the fence, you're going to crack the blade. If you push to the keep it to the actual base of the chop saw, downwards pressure. You're not going to. And then I've got Cross your arm. No. Across the screens. Don't do that either. Quickly, what's pencil? This is going to be a chunky one. Right, problem here is, you see, if I say, oh, quick, I'll stick that on there like that. I'm going to stick that on there like that. Alright? We're going to have a situation where it's going to be a bit drafty, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to plane this edge a little bit, make it a bit thinner on that edge. Just done everything. I don't know if I need that for a bit. We'll see. Right, I can put in the vise. We're all going to put that in the vise because it's going to be a bit, how to put it, a little bit kind of wonky. So, better off with some form of dog. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Have I got my old dog? Things here. I used to have them in this bench actually, and I decided not to put when I replaced the top. I decided not to put them back in. So always a pain. What happens? They fill up with sawdust in this section here, and then you can't actually push it down. So there's always a little bit of it sticking up. You've got to take the whole thing apart and blow it right out. It's just becoming a nuisance. And plus, because they're aluminium, not particularly strong. No, they're not brilliant. These I've got from Maxminster, I believe, some years back now. I wasn't impressed. I'll tell you what I am quite impressed with is the Lee Nielsen bench dog, which is literally like a toothed blade that you can mount into a block, which you can raise up and down set it in your bench. And they are good, but I don't have one. But I might make one actually on this channel. That might be a good project. I reckon that would be a brilliant project. So I'm going to use Holdfast, such as this one here, right? This one's by Marples, pretty much the same as the record one. I think Woden made them as well, very similar sort of thing. I had these flipping donkeys, yes. That goes in this hole there. You see this hole there, right? And that's what I can use doing now. I can literally clamp a piece of wood down. What can I use? Any, meeny, miny, mo. I do what I am. I'm going to make a dog. I'm going to make a bench dog for this bench. When you tap up and down. Rex Kruger will be proud of me, he will. Yeah, he likes his bench dogs. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plane that down. So tape it off a little bit. You can do it on a table saw if you like. I don't recommend it though, because the wood's not straight on the sides here. I want to keep all that, you see. And the thing is, you see, if you start trying to run that through a table saw, you get in with a problem. You're going to get hurt. And you don't want to get hurt, do you? No. So, this is going to be interesting. Has anyone planed their fingers before? I've done that a few times. Ooh, a bit of wax. Let's hear a bit. Oh, there's a bit. This plane's got the old Chinese plane iron. I'm quite happy with it, actually. It's pretty good. So underneath all that nastiness, it's actually some quite nice wood. Enough? Possibly. Just want to take it off that side as well, because it's got a curve in that. Obviously, if you've got new wood, you won't be worrying about this. I'll tell you one thing, though. There's so much wood in this bird box. It's got that long lot of rot back. Now, I've got to make about 60 or I've made about 15, 20 so far bird boxes around the place for this project we're doing here. There'll be a link down below as well in the description for if you do want to have a tree. And basically what we're doing is we're putting signs with the trees. I have actually been putting videos up about that. So I nail it on there like that. And then the next one will lap over it again. Eeny, meeny, miny. A bit like that. Then I'll taper that one. Same again. To get that as close as I can on that edge. Also on there. So I don't have so much of a hole to fill. They're still going to get a bit of hole in, unless I taper these down to absolute nothing. But when you've got the back of these, it's all, oh, how to put it? It's not true, is it? So, that's going to look pretty cool. The other option you've got is you can actually cut the sides to suit the boards you think, to get that to lay in further. So effectively you're stepping the sides of this. Yeah, there's a bird foot box. What am I worrying? I think that's blooming lucky. Lack of appreciation it is. God, these birds, they want everything they do. It's like a marriage. Actually, I'm quite lucky with my dear miss. She's, you know, she puts up with me. But there's no mean feat, you know. Yeah, 30 odd years we have, 35 years nearly. 33, 30, oh god, no, long while. But a life sentence! Yeah, I want to get on top of these streams because I've got another channel to do live streams on, and I usually do it in the office, and that's fairly well set up in there. It's quite reliable. But in the workshop, it's a different environment, you see. So, oh yeah, I'll do that. Stick that on there. Oh, it's wet some nails in it. No, I'm not going to be relying, not going to say just on nails. I'm going to be putting screws in as well. Not on the roof though, but on the front here, definitely going to be screwed. Not great love of just nails. People used to years ago. In the olden days, all we had is nails. In fact, I don't actually have to lap that one on if I didn't want it to. I could just put it on there like that. With the shape of it. I'm going to have to taper that a bit as well on that edge. Go with the flow! I'll tell you something. You've seen some of the stuff I've built in the past. And look at this. Oh dear. So that's going to go on there like that. And that baggage. That's it. I used to work with the old man boot builder. And there's oh, quite a young age actually. He's gone now. He passed away for a year, about 6 years ago now. But amazing craftsman. But he's yeah, boat builder. He did with compound curves and angles. You know, nothing simple. Hello, my darling. I'm just telling everybody how lucky you are.
Your youngest grandchild's watching you.
Is she?
He.
Oh, my youngest.
Yeah,
it's a baby.
Yeah, Freddie's watching you.
Well, bird boxes. Make a random bird box. Okay. Hello, Freddie. It's not Freddy Krueger, is it? Yeah. I just made a bird box, darling. Oh, you've been watching now, yeah? Oh, crikey, now I'm on the spot now. Oh, crikey, I've been talking about you. Oh, people that you come from Norfolk. Norfolk? What, me? Manchester, bang. Helston, okay. Hello, Helston. And Great Yarmouth. Oh, crikey. Blimey. And my grandson's watching. Oh, that's actually quite cool. Still got a bit of a gap though. You can always just fill that, I suppose, with some mastic or some mastic. Yeah, mastic. Oh, some people say, well, not mastic. Don't you mean coke? Oh, could be coke. Where are you from, you see? Diddy. What get me is terminologies about all sorts of stuff, really. When, for instance, a dado, right? Oh, I have a dado. Oh, yeah. This is what you do. Give it a wallpaper, and you stick freeze on around your room. And you call it a dado. A dado always finishes top of the panel. Simple as that, really. And what we call a cove in the UK, they slap the plaster cove around the in the corner of the ceiling. You know, apparently it looks, I don't know why, but apparently it looks good. And they call it a cove, but yes, it's actually a Scotia mold. So the mouldings of Scotia. So cove's a different moulding altogether. So, you know, it's funny how things get bastardised, doesn't it? You know. Oh, did that go in or not? Oh, it did just. Do. Maybe they missed. We planted so many trees. Been having them, especially the last 3 weeks. Loads. I had an accident. I missed with my nail. That I did. Oh, you're not watching, are you? You didn't see that, did you? No, of course you didn't. There you go. Fixed. Better. It's quite good, actually. And the idea is obviously keeping this reasonably rustic as we possibly can, so it looks natural. Now I've just installed the camera bird box. Yes, a bird box with a camera. Yeah, you know, so it's got a voyeur. Voyeur, that's it. Yeah, for the birds. So my voyeur cam, but for feathered kind. Okay. Not stick through. That's good. That's fine. That's good. Oh, we're getting there. Yeah. So I'll fill these bits with some form of mass. Probably Lindsay do oil putty. Anything, so I need to soften that up. So I won't be doing that today. It'll be hard. I have got to do Lindsay oil putty, see, but that'll be a bit stiff at the moment. But you don't want to use anything like on that. That's a bit of a mistake. Although it's been on there for quite a while now, so they won't give off any vapours. But if you're I need to put these up quite quickly. So any gaps and that sort of drafts of the bird, they've got a big and great hole there. If you're pump straight away, you don't really want to be putting any caulk or mastic around there, because otherwise it gives off fumes. It's only the water-based acrylic stuff, but it still gives off fumes, and the birds won't like it. You know, best check a bit of window putty. I'm using this plane a lot now, and this plane here, there's a video on this channel. Well, 2 videos actually, I'm doing restoration of this plane. But I made a new toe and a new knob and painted all that, what have you. Put new plane iron in there, which proved to be very good actually. Apart from that, I've noticed another slight problem with it. Although it's looking okay at the moment. The skew on the actual plane itself, the little round thing on the end doesn't fit in the slot properly. A little bit tight. So as you try and put it on, install the plane iron, it tends to ride over the top sometimes, and then it just pops in. So I might just run a file down the slot, make the slot about 1 millimetre wider, and then that'll be fine. We've got that one there, no body. Oh, blimey. Chestnut, you know, chestnut. Got a chestnut roof. Doing on that slot. Set that way around. Maybe not. Oh, hang on. Oh, that way. I need to. That actually goes straight on there. I've got another overhang there, you see. Especially if I take a bit of that off. Do that with an axe, you know, if I want to, but a carpenter's axe. Use hand planes here. Sort of things I make here in France when I first came over here. It's mainly windows, doors, shutters, a lot of heavyweight doors as well, big, big chunky doors, sort of almost medieval style. Really cool, and that's good. It's got enough overhang on that. The thing is, you don't want the water running down there and end up in there. So as long as I've got the overhang, it's good. Got a little bit more off the back edge of that one. Yeah, like big doors and stuff. Windows, traditional windows, not what we call stormproof profile, not sort of modern windows. The thing about them is you really got to fit well. You can't, the wood for starts. You've got to allow for, obviously, it's a bit of tolerance regarding expansion and contraction. Also, they just got to fit. Otherwise, it's look like a dog's dinner. So I like making things that are, it's kind of like necessity for birdies, this is, but I like making things that have. I know they're going to be there for a long while. You know what I mean? Everything was oak. I haven't done quite so much of that recently. I think for a start, it's too expensive for most people. It's quite a shame though. There's a lot of those sort of skills have been lost, haven't they? You know. Now I'm making bird boxes. It's crazy. Let's have a look in the chat. What are you saying in the chat? You take a piss at me. But you are, aren't you? Huh? Right. Let's have a look. Here we go. Oh, Adam Bryan, where is the bird's ensuite? I know they've got an ensuite. Where else are they going to pee? I get it, you know. Blimey, that's an extra, you see. These are pauper bears. These are paupers. Pauper bird, pauper bear, but we're birds. Oh, blimey. Oh, I've got a purple exorcist here. A purple exorcist. Wait, you know my place not, can't see. You know, screen. Oh yeah, I am there. Right, so who we got? I've got Ears Train, hello, can't help but think I'm Wally and Jack Black for separated that bird. You know what? I get that probably about probably peaking on the audio. I'm quite on shouting over there, but I get that at least 3-4 times a day. Like, oh, if Jack Black was a carpenter, I need to grow my beard. That's coming out of that, don't I? That's what I need to do. Yeah, that'll work. So. I reckon that's really delayed there. It shouldn't be. Right, are we streaming quite good or not? Please use. Okay, got 20 people there. Alright, back down. We'll go back into the chat. Alright, stream caption. My dad would never use these newfangled screws. He would only use nails, you know. Oh, those pesky newfangled screws. They all spin you right round, baby, right round. That's what they do. Well, I happen to like screws. But the days when I used to have to use a pump action screwdriver. Oh my giddy aunt, that was hell. I know. Poke your flipping eye out. Oh yeah, I've got a little one right there still. There we go. Oh. Can't find my big old Yankee, the wooden handle. Don't know where that is. But anyway, a bit like that, right? So this is what we used to use before we had... Yeah, pump action screwdriver, right? Oh, crikey. When you're doing those top screws in a window or something like that, and you're jumping, and then, that was, who was now? Oh, they were offering a free Hitachi 7.2 volt battery screwdriver if you spent £100 on screws. It's a while ago, obviously, and you get a free battery screwdriver. That thing was, it was like, it's fantastic, especially if you're doing windows and stuff like that, fitting type work. But these are flip a nightmare. And the thing is, you see, you lock them off like that, alright? Okay, by twisting the ring. Yeah, I can't find the ring. Where's the ring on this one? You can't lock this one. Oh, this one has no lock. No. But, you can lock this, such long while since I used it. That way, but the big old Yankees, you spin the ring there, and then they'll stop that from springing out. Occasionally, you hold it and accidentally knock the little worn, and then all of a sudden that thing pop out and quite long and getting flipping eye if you're not careful. I've been cut on the face with one before on a Stanley Yankee man, but they worked, but flipping hard work. They're the days when you had to make sure you pilot hold and clearance hold and counter sun and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's just you wouldn't get the screw in. It'd be a nightmare, hurting yourself. So, yeah, they were the days. It seemed a hell of a delay here. Don't see that much delay. Oh, an orbit boy, that's me. Oh, crikey. Yeah, Ben's watching from Helston. Hello in Helston. Oh, but dear missus, she just told me. All good, thanks, mate. Thought the sounded from Manchester. Yeah, Caroline, she's my missus, she is. Oh, she's my other half. And if she's still listening, oh, I love you, darling. Oh, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. Oh, it's going to be a good night tonight. Anyway. Oh, hello, Elon Warrior. Hey, just a question. Where are you from? Oh, I'm guessing you're English, kind of. From Manchester. No. Hello, KK Library. Hello, buddy. Oh, what are we making today? How is the weather? The weather is, how to put it, it's a little bit misty. Yeah, very misty yesterday as well. Although last week we did have some lovely, lovely days. Sort of lunchtime, how we walked the dogs. Oh, it's so makes me. Oh, spring is on its way, and then you freeze your flipping jeebers off when you come back home and the sun's gone down. You realise no, it's still flipping winter. Oh, don't like it. Don't like winter. No, cost an absolute fortune, dude. Right, okay, back in we go. Let's carry on with the project. Yeah, the dodgy project, the dodgy birdie house. That's what we're doing. Got to make so many other flipping things. Probably too many. Anyway, back above. Oh, what's happening? Back above the bench. Bench camera. Right, we've got another board here, so I won't over that side. I'll cut another one for this face here. Yeah, we're planting loads of trees. Curry Library knows. Like he does. Yeah, so you might occasionally see me making signs and stuff. It's kind of an acknowledgement for the people who, a lot of people think, I had a tree. I asked for a tree, but I haven't heard nothing from him yet. But... There, safer. Like I say, push down, not to the fence. You're dealing with a new wood, which is straight, it's different. Obviously, you can push to the fence if you want, because obviously that's kind of what the chop saw's for. Right when you're cutting firewood on the old chop saw, bloody hell, that could be dangerous. Especially if you've got a bit of a bend enough. And then you might have a bit of a situation where you get hurt. So you've got a bit of bending, what can happen is you can just literally all of a sudden just jam to the fence. So you've got to hold it away from the fence. So when you cut it, it's got somewhere to go. So, otherwise you pitch the blade. So now if you look at a chop saw designed for cutting firewood, we have got one, got a pedal one. Those things are totally different. They don't have a set inside the fence. It's literally open on one end, so whatever gets cut just falls. So make it safer. Alright, maybe there. Wood's a bit wet. Just brought it in from outside, you see. It's all misty. I wonder how dry that is. It's going to be surface wetness. It's not going to be actually. Meat here. Not going to be dry, but the wood is seasoned. So the wood itself is dry, as in inside the wood is dry, but through the humidity it'll just take on some ambient moisture. Oh, you have got a bit. Let's have a look. Compare that to a bit I know that's dry. Oh no, it's not for walls. No. Masonry, softwood, hardwood. So at the moment, even though I can feel it's damp, it's saying it's 16% 16 to 18% moisture. Okay, maybe over there. Well, I was saying more than that. There we go. 18. Yes, I know it's too wet. It's brought in from a damp atmosphere. Now, if I look at this one over here, there's a softwood. Piece of dry hard. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Piece of oak. That'll do. Piece of dry oak. That's all right. 12%. But that won't be 12%. That's going to be drier than that. Right, I mean, that's 14%. That's not right. It's 2.5. Yeah. It's the humidity in the room, you see. Because this is going to be about 8 or 9%. It's kiln dried for a start. It just proves you can't really pay a lot of attention to moisture meters in the winter. It's not very helpful. Oh, everything's too wet. It's damp in this one. It's all damp. It is season dry, as in it's all the moisture's come out of all the little straws, you could say. You know, think of like those little stacks of straws, and the moisture would have come out. And same with this, but with it, it's just damp. It's wet, damp. I have been. What recent ones? I know. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, remarks for that. I do get that a lot. I do actually see it though. When I was younger, people used to use like Roy Williams. I don't know how they work that one either. Angels! Man, I think that's what it is. It's my singing voice, isn't it? That's what does it. Angels! Yeah, good, aren't they? Crikey. Like. Britain's got no talent. So what I will have to do after this is sharpen this. Using my little wedgies. Yeah, my little wedgie sharpeners. Oh, giddy aunt. I've got so many oil stones. I've just got too many oil stones. It's ridiculous how many oil stones I've got. I counted 15. 15. Who needs 15 oil stones? I think I've got an issue. 15 oil stones. What I've collected over the years. And the other thing, well, let me show you this, right? In my cabinet there, it's absolutely messy, you can see. Teapot. Right? That many drill bits. For Christ's sake! Why do I need that many drill bits? I've got a problem! Tablets, that I am, yes. Prescription. It's ridiculous. Just collected over the years, you see, work and what have you. And when you employ people, you have to kick them out as well. So, I don't chuck anything, I sharpen one, you see. Drill bits. Someone actually asked me, mate, showing them how to sharpen drill bits. I won't do it, show them that. I might be able to do it actually. On a stone, or a diamond stone. There's a way, I've done it before. But if you've got a bench grind, you should use that. Yeah. Got a lot of these things, there's all these, you know, fangled gadgets to apparently make it easier to sharpen, or you'll get a super sharp edge if you do it this way. Don't do it that way, do it this way, get a super sharp edge. For most people, sharpening is just a case of muscle memory. You know, getting used to what you're doing, and so everything becomes part of you. You know, you get a feel for it, and you'll just get better and better and better. That's pretty much it, really. The only thing I will say is, for most people, I don't care who you are, you know, my feelings regarding honing guides is that if you got one, use it. If you haven't got one, make do without, or make one. See, the thing is, you see, with honing guides, they're you get repeatable results. That's really important in sharpening. Because if you don't get repeatable results, eventually you've got to change the angle on your actual plane irons, and it'll just, we've got a habit of taking the route of least resistance. So what happens? We'll end up going rounder and rounder and rounder. But before you know it, you've got 90 degree. You know, it's, if you got, yeah. I know a lot of people say, oh, I do it by hand. It's almost like a kudos thing, you know. Oh, I always sharpen by hand, I do, yeah. I do it like that for years, I have, yes. Yes. That's what we do. To be fair, I have. I've done like that for years, but I come to my senses. You know, cumulative error. That's what you get. Cumulative error. So I tend to use guides as much as I can. And if you're new to it, it's definitely just use a guide. The other thing is, you see, if you're sharpening by hand, one of the problems you could come across is the fact that if it's too high, for instance, if I was sharpening something on this bench with an oil stone, for argument's sake, an oil stone like that, right? I'm sharpening on the bench like so. My arm's too high. I need them about another 4 inches lower to get that movement, because you want to have you're sort of pivoting from the shoulder and you're extending your arm, and that way you maintain the same relatively with the same angle. If you have it too high, you don't get that motion and you're making unnecessary movements. So you need to be in the stone set to the right, the correct height. For me, it's about there, the hip. Put it about there, just below the hip line there. So that to me is too high. That don't feel right. Yeah. Bit of useless information for you. We're full of useless information. Did you know that? Oh, you do now. Yeah. You worked that one out, didn't you? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to actually shove some of these shavings in there. Alright. Give me a little start. Alright, give me a little start. There you go. Yeah, they can do what they like with that. I'm going to get some of the big ones out. Find the little ones. I'll stop that, put more in there. Just don't overdo it. Get them something to be. Yeah. My bird box I've done with the camera. I put an old nest in it. The moss and stuff like that. There you go. Trap it in. Now, what I will do is cut a round hole, a hole saw on the bottom here with the stops, or I could do it in the back, put it in the back, it was softer. And that's so you can clear them out later on, but I'm not worried about that at the moment. I just need to get them up. But I'm going to have to, one season, after a couple of seasons, get in there and clean them all out. You find what we found, a lot of birds tend to come back again and again and again to the same box each time. They seem to remember, they do. The 5th of November. I don't really mind one. Oh, bet one's not bet one. Ooh. The organic process it is. It's organic. More ways than one. Just using what I got. It means we picked up a load of hardwood. Something had the roof retiled and reboarded and stuff. They use mechanical tiles now in France, just like you do in the UK. Very similar. Your interlocking tiles. That one's going to go on here, right? Right, then I need some sort of ridge piece on top there. What have I done today? Blimey, I need to make some short videos, my little shorts. Tips. So much stuff rattling around in my head. Sometimes it's the case we make the short videos, it's only 60 seconds. Oh, I have an idea. You just do it. Other times I've got my list of ideas. I've got to work my way through as well. In 60 seconds, there's only so much you can say. Yeah, that's for you got to top that one again, can't it? 3 boards, I won't top that one. I've got a random narrow bit go on that side. But I don't care. It's a flipping birdhouse. I shouldn't be too fussy. Build 500,000 houses in a year. That's what we're gonna do. Oh my god, I missed that one. See? And there, I think I've got some screws in there. Squeeze that down. Don't know. That's annoying me. You know, I find bodging really hard. It really irritates me. But it's a birdhouse. I just keep telling myself that. It's a birdhouse. Grab some screws. Screws, look, not nails. Oh, blimey. Blasphemy. Well, that's better. Squeeze up down there. Let's stay at that. Blimey. Nails never going to hold, are they? These little holes here, I'll fill them with putty. It's a mad idea if I just fill them with moss. I suppose we're mad. That poke little birdie's eyes out, do we? Yeah, on the other channel, I'm going to be streaming Birdhouse as much as I possibly can. I've got it mounted, I've got the cable through. Oh my god, these flipping walls on these houses are so blooming thick. I mean, seriously. You know what, my house, the wall must be 2.5 feet thick. Thickness. Granite and stone and, well, both stone. Granite stone as well, obviously. Put on there, one in there. Yeah, it took a bit of drilling because the drill bit, I've got to meet the long drill bits here. Unfortunately, one of them lost the SDS at the end. So I couldn't use that. I had to use one of the short ones, which was 2 foot, which I did both directions. So I first went through with a little skinny drill. So I knew whereabouts it's coming through. Because of the inside's dry line of insulation in my office, like it's very hard to line up with the other side. So that was a bit of a work in progress. That was. But anyway, we got the hole through. I put a pipe in so I could put my USB cable in it for the streaming camera. Pretty good. It's hopefully great tits in there. Like great tits. Do you like great tits? We all like great tits. Oh, wait. Yeah. There goes the compressor. There's your blows. See, pop me cup. See what's good. There you go. Sorry about that. The thing with the screws, you see, they squeeze the boards down tight so there'll be less filling. Not filling as I'm not going to eat it. I mean, you know what I mean. Oh! Oh, dear. Sometimes I get some funny comments in the videos. If there's something I think nobody else is going to want to read, if they're derogatory or whatever, I'll just get rid of them. I don't mind people take this out. I don't worry about that at all. I'm used to it. If people start being unnecessary, and it affects other people, but then I don't want one there. But sometimes you've got to nip these things in the bud, don't you? Alright, so let's come along, just do that bit now. Oh, what do you mean you've not got thin bit here? That's it. This little bit here, little skinny bit here. Ooh, go that way round, and that'll create the overlap. I'll need to put something on there, otherwise, obviously, stuff's going to be adding stuff being water. But there. Actually, one of my subscribers to this channel a year ago gave me this pencil. It's tough carbon, really good pencil. Starting to split here now though, just along the edge there. I need to glue all this up with it. But, Bit of a convert now. Like the Rexall Black Edge before. Need to bring it down there a bit. Oh, should we go that way? Maybe that way actually. Oh, look at that. No, not like that. It's got to be the way. Away or that way? Or that way? I don't know. Oh, it's decisions. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, I blew this all together. There. I used to have a PAS load, you know, gas now. I got rid that years ago actually. So I had no need for it. And I was never going to put it back on the roof. So that wasn't something I was going to do. Not fit enough these things. No. Something else I got rid of as well is my water stone. My water sharpening set. I haven't used that for such a long time. I find that it's too soft for my liking. Do a good job though, don't get me wrong. It's not going to last me long. Diamond sharpeners on sort of DMTs, stuff like that, or super sharp, they're really good. Yes. You know, you want something to take on site where you don't get nicked. Or it doesn't matter if it does get nicked. Get yourself some of them cheapy Chinese things. Because they still work. You'll still get a hell of an edge. For me, I just like just used to, I suppose, with oil stones. Can't imagine really moving away from just a good old fashioned oil stone. Such as the Norton combination, you know, Norton India. The 1-3B or something it's called. I'll bring them to or not. We cut them anyway, and I've got to put another bit of wood on there. Look at this. Ugh, it's all wet. Horrible. Ugh. Just wood bodgery, that's what we need to do. You know, spoon making and all that sort of stuff. I've got you know, draw knives, spoon chisels and stuff like that. Stuff over that, just like that one has there. Okay, make that. Oh, that's right. That'll do. I'll do it on. I want to put a thingy on there first. Ooh. Fill them. I might just put moss in them actually. Fill them with moss and clay. Oh, I need a bit of wood. Need a perch, you see? Need a perch. Where's the perch? No. Is that a bit long? Probably. What I'll do is I'll just put a bit of a taper on the end of that. You can do it with a hand plane or an axe. Not be cut to length yet, because it's a bit silly, because then you just end up having to hold a little tiny bit, but keep it long, and then you'll just peel. It's not a side axe, it's not ideal for this job actually. I can't find my side axe, it's somewhere. Looked for the other day. I was watching oh, Owen Reardon, the Irish lad on YouTube. He was talking about a side axe that he had. I think, oh Christ, I wonder where that's gone. I know I've got one. It's got an old one, it's old. Same sort of profile, same sort of shape as this one. But the difference with side axes, the instead of being sharpened on both sides, yeah, on the bevels, it'll just be sharpened on one side. If you're right hand, it'll be sharpened on that side. The idea is when you get closer with your, yeah, when you're making your shavings. I like watching that, Owen. But half the time he ain't got no safety specs on. Doing things that really requires safety specs. So let's bring this over here. It's a bit silly. And then he chucks his tools all together. Just sharpened them, then he chucked them in the toolbox. Bang against each other. What is that? I'm not bothered. Show. Right, there we go. That's not an ideal axe for this job at all. But you hate it when you can't find stuff. Right, that's got to go on here. Right, so we need a hole. Oh, yes, we do. We need another drill. Chuck on here, I need a big hole. Right? Yeah. Oh, I hit one of my mini drill bits. Yes, it's silly, very silly. When we're doing overcladding in Grays and Thurrock and East Barnet, just go down about 2.5 inches down from the hole. Good enough for great ditch. Got a chuck snag. Let's chop it off. Chop it off! No, I will put a bit of glue on that, so because it'll shrink a bit. You see, get loose. A birdie could stand on there. They could, yeah, and they could fall to their death. Don't want that, you know. No. Alright, if you use anything like this, because there's a lot of vapour, if you need to make sure, super good. Oh, Eureka! Yeah, wood, the name that sticks. That's it, that's how it goes. The vapours come off, you know, evaporate. Ready there. Yes! All the way through, can't we tell? Probably not actually, don't know. Oh no, need more of a taper. Oh dear, messed that up. It's the thing about me doing live streams, you see everything there, warts and all. You see, they produce this lovely cabinet, they don't show you all the bodges. So, oh, this is my best face. What is my best face? Oh. That's that. I'll have to go for it now. Oh, it's definitely going in now. That's there. Give it a squirt. Well, Eureka glues! They're very kindly, they sent me a load of glues. So now I need to find something for that to go on there. Not how I mount these, I usually put another piece of wood on the back here. Or a bent of, or a piece of, what's it called now? It's like banding with holes in it. Galvanised banding, which works quite well. Right. You really mindful. What can I use to put over there? Right, here's what's something. What if I use that? Would that work? Maybe. That might be a nightmare. Right. Trying to find something to use for a ridge. That's what I'm trying to do. Got loads of bits of wood scattered around all over the place. Got some rustic really. Right. We've got no idea. Want some round. Like that. Let me just cut that on there. I don't know how to put the put a rebate in it. Well, that's like that on top there. I'll have to create a rebate in it so it sits over the top. Well, that's an idea. Is that a bit crazy? Probably. Who cares? I don't. Rustic, isn't it? Badge plane. Or was it? Well, unless you badge plane, is it? It's a carriage plane. Use that. Right. Well, that's the angle that way. Let's try that. Or should we go that way? Let's go that way. Right. Let's create a flat first. Right, we're going to play a stick. Life is too short to worry, you know. That is. Oh, hello. She's back again. Oh, crikey. She won't leave me alone, she won't. No, you're there. Ned, you're there. Look. It's a birdhouse. You know? It's so meat to make, because the birdies are coming back, aren't they?
Can you explain?
Hmm?
Can you explain?
Explain about the rewilding. I have done. I've just been told to explain about a rewilding. Yes, we're doing a rewilding here in France where we're planting trees. 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land. And if people want to be a part of that, there's a GoFundMe link there below. I don't know if that's what it's meant. I don't know what she's whispering, but this microphone is so sensitive. Yeah, we are. Bird box, bat boxes, and your batteries, sorry, and hedgehog houses and stuff. So now I need a 90-degree rebate in there. So it will be 90 degree, won't it be? Near 40, 30 degrees. So that'll then sit over the top. Obviously, can't put it on there like that, can you? To make it work, I need to so the water runs off. So what we're going to do is, it might work, it might not. We will see. Put in there a bit deeper. The voice. This is an old record voice. Is it a record? Yeah, record voice, because this. It's over here. Try the carriage plane. Now, the carriage plane's like a rebate plane. It has an opening. The plane iron goes right to the edge of the actual body of the plane. Now, I could try and wing this. The ideal thing really to do would be to run it over the table saw and put a blind cut in first, so it gives me something to go by. But I might have a go just doing it like that. The only problem I have here, it will be it's a bit of an issue in that I can't get a sharper angle than 90 degrees with this badge plane, whereas that is actually not 90 degrees. So we'll see. See how we do. Right. Now these badger planes can be. It's not badger plane. Badger plane. The actual plane iron set slightly skewed at an angle. So it's open like this, but skewed at an angle. This is a carriage plane. Right, where's that? Right, can I do it that way? Ooh, if I can do that like that, I'll be quite surprised. Start one side first. Get that going. Not ideal. If you wasn't watching, I'd do it on a table saw. I'd probably do something really dangerous. I'll be told off. Doing it. It's just about doing it. I'll put a V in there, is what I'll try to do. But it's not easy. The other way again, back on the other side. Let's do the iron back over again. Oh, there's my breath in this. The wood screen will help. Don't blame your wood. Oh, get there. If I take it off there. It's a bit lower. Sitting over the edges like so. Going a bit deeper really, this piece. And see what happens, it all jams in there. It's not very helpful. You've got to make sure you clear it as you go, which I didn't. And what I do with these, one of the problems with these carriage planes or any shoulder plane that happens to have a chip break, the space between the chip breaker and the plain iron fills up with sawdust. So what I do is I melt wax in. That's got wax in there. The same on the other side there. It's got wax in there. That stops the shavings being able to ram in there. That's better. That side. Oh, just bang my head. That'll do it. That'll do it. I don't want you to sit that way because obviously I'll have it against a wall. So I don't want it protruding that way. If it protruding that way, that'll be fine. I'll whack a couple of nails in there first. Just hold it. Screw all the way through it. The longest screw in your cats. A bit longer. That's that. It's cool. All enough. Right, so I need to fill these holes in the side here. I think we'll draft proof because especially down the bottom area, because obviously you don't want them getting cold. Poor little blighters. Poor little blighters. But that should sort of like mellow into the surrounding woodland, you know, or trees and what have you. Make it a little bit more. Yeah. That one there. That's that one there. So many of them I've got to make though. Yeah, that's obviously I made this one using these pine boards offcuts from shutters, Foley lamb, and these boards here are what we call lamb beams. So the thin 9mm tongue groove board again. I just split it and I rip it down so you end up into a feather edge board. So it works. Yeah, it's a very simple little thing, isn't it? You know, and I'll just fill those holes, just block them with something. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a board house, and I'm sure they will be grateful. And if they're not, off with their heads. That's what I say. Oh, little bloke is there. Anyway, let's have a look, see what we got going on over here. Oh, back to the old computer. Oh, I'll tell you what, though, I really want to get all the cameras sorted out. I've got 1, 2, I've got actually 5 cameras of what I'd like to have. I've got one over the bench, one at the wall. Actually, one, oh, crikey, maybe 6. Don't know how that's going to work. I don't know that's very possible. See, you've got to process all the video, you see. It's a lot of work for the old computer. Right, where is the chat? There we go. There's a chat. We try and buy them so Wallybois can plant them. Yeah. Alright, let's see what's going on. Oh, cheers, Tree. I'll be cheers, buddy. Do you mind if I pay for a tree in installments? Yeah, of course you can, mate, if you want. That's a great idea. No, that's fine, mate. Let us know what you want on it, though, yeah? Yeah, no problems at all. Somehow I've misplaced my dad's. Besides, you help me out anyway, mate. So I've misplaced my dad's wooden handle ratchet driver, and all I left was this crappy plastic cheap version. A wooden handled ratchet driver. Ooh. Hello, Duke Vengeance. Hello, Duke. Hope you're well. Let's scroll back up a little bit. Who have I missed? Just a question. Where are you from? Oh, done that. There we go. I should put onto live chat. What makes more sense? Right, there we go. Jamie Parfait. Hello, Marcus. Great live stream. Thank you very much. And Jamie, I sent you a super chat. Not sure if it's gone on your screen. Yeah, I got it. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I have got it. It's there. So yeah, I've got the super chat there. Yes, if you want send over what you want on your sign, we'll get a tree in the ground for you. Oh, I've put a lot in so far. I really have. I hope you are not too cold. Or still hope. And from Nebraska. Oh, blimey, but that is chilly. Bonjour, living in France. Bonjour to you too. Interesting. Maybe Wallybois Woodworking can explain about his always little planting setting concept. Okay, I wish I could show take care of me, but I can't with this sound. What we're doing is we are planting trees, okay? Planting, might be a bit closer. We're planting 1,000 trees. It might be twice that because since we started the project, it was literally about rewilding originally. Things have sort of developed since we started, and we're now doing coppices and also arbours and that as well. And also we're actually planting trees, like 2 trees together. So effectively we can train them into a barley, into a barley twist. So that's quite nice if somebody, for instance, wants a memorial for their memorial tree or remembrance, a tree for remembrance of maybe the parents, or if you lost both your parents, or whatever. That's quite a nice idea. So we're doing that as well. So some of the trees are planted, like the coppices and what have you, they get planted a lot closer together. And the idea we're going to have a lot more low growth, you see, because since we started doing it, we had a lot of advice from various people, and sometimes in the chat and that as well. And people send me emails and stuff about it, and things you can do. Because all that's a rewilding. We don't want it to be an unruly mess, because it can be quite funny about that sort of stuff, because it depends on the category of the land. And also, we want to be able to manage it. So we want to be able to make sure the trees all grow nice and healthy and that as well. So we're creating habitats for the animals. So instead of just letting it go absolutely wild and mad and a lot of low growth and everywhere, and which will just suppress tree growth, we want to manage it. So effectively, it's going to be all the trees have been planted, and we make sure we can keep the grass down around the trees for as long as long as necessary to allow the trees to take. But we're making bat boxes or bat roosts, loads of bird boxes. I'm planning around 60. I think we're going to need about 60 bird houses. Or bird boxes. Yeah, little houses of birds. Owl roosts. I made some owl roosts. In fact, I've got another one there to install. Yes, it needs to go in actually this week. Ideally. Also, we've got. I'm doing some live streaming with the actual birds as well. I've got a camera inside the bird box basically. So that's all rigged up now. That's ready to go. I just need to attract the birds into it. So it's getting to that point where they're going to be looking for there won't be long before they'll be nesting. So it won't be very long at all. Actually, not now. They'll find somewhere they'll make them mind up and start building a nest. So anyway, we're doing that as well. So planting a variety of different trees. We've got a few conifers, not many. So a bit of coniferous, but mainly deciduous trees. We've got four varieties of salix, willow, oaks, chestnuts, hazel, crikey, all sorts of flipping trees. Birches, silver birches, alders, ash. Although it'll be a long one before we chop that down. I'm not like to do that anyway. It's not what it's about, unless the wind blows down, obviously. So it's basically native trees for this area. It's what we're trying to do. But also we're planting a lot of fruit canes, fruit bushes. It's like the willows you see. The bees love it, and it's one of the early flowering trees. So it gives the bees something regarding the nectar and stuff like that quite early on in the season. So it gives them a chance to get themselves ready and have it. So not ready. I mean, get some nourishment. So it's quite an interesting project. Plus, for me and their missus, it makes us feel good. It feels like you're giving something back. If it makes any sense. Because at the end of the day, these trees are not for my generation; they're for the next generation, aren't they? I'm 54 this year, and it's okay, they're not going to be mature, are they? They'll be bigger. I hope so. Anyway. So there's at least 1,000 trees on the 2 hectares of land, and a whole load of bird boxes, bat boxes, hedgehog houses and stuff like that we're making. So there is videos on this channel that's making all that sort of stuff. So we will do regular updates, but that's not necessarily what the channel's about. As you know, it's about the trying to share things that I've learned in the past, if it makes any sense. So although I will be making projects on this channel, mainly it's about sharing tips and advice, and safety tips, even though I don't always do it myself. I think we need to have some awareness of what we're using and some understanding of really how that thing is going to bite us. If we let it bite us and we know it's going to bite us, well, then it's our fault, isn't it? You know. But you know, we need to have a little bit of awareness, because I see so many things online. I think, oh God, no, don't do that. You know, run your hand down beside the saw blade and stuff like that, or crossing the arms in front of your saws. And, you know, things that, not using push sticks. And, you've got to try and reduce the risk. You know, you're not going to get rid of the risk. You're always going to have an element of risk. And besides, we do stupid things. You know, we do stupid things. We make mistakes. And so at that time, when you make that, you'll make a mistake, you get a bit complacent, or get a bit arrogant with your work, and you just get on with it, whatever. And that's when you're going to have an accident. There's lots of things you can do. Do you put the zero clearance in your table saw? Well, if it needs it, you put it in. And understanding what the riving knife is for. Most saw hasn't got fitted. Not yet, it will have. Because I make some for it. But understand what the riving knife is actually for. It does diddly squat in a lot of cases regarding ripping small pieces of wood, but long pieces of wood has a purpose. It really does. It's definitely worth having, but only if it's the right size riving knife for your blade, the thickness of it, that is. If it's not, well, then it's pointless. It's not going to do anything. If it's too thick, it's going to make it a nightmare to push your wood through the saw. If it's too thin, it's not going to stop the wood binding on the blade. No. So it's those little things like that. That's understanding and having that knowledge. And even though you don't necessarily always do it because the job doesn't allow you to do it, or you're in a tear-ass in a hurry, but making sure silly things like don't put your hands anywhere near the blade. Basically, you don't lean over the blade either. Unless you've got a push stick and your arm is high enough, you're well away, you haven't got droopy sleeves and stuff like that. Wearing a tie. Couldn't believe it. But someone told me that in their workplace, they got told, the guy, he's got like a whole a wall of fame regarding ties, covered in ties. When people come into his workshops, he cuts a tie off. Just that. Because he must, he could, I think one of his employees or something got caught up in the lathe wearing a necktie. What? Well, that's just silly. Why would you wear neckties? Stuff like that. And like droopy stuff, the likelihood is they're not going to be stitched back on. Maybe with a chisel or something like that, or an axe, you got more of a chance, But with a blooming flipping tungsten carbide toothed saw blade, it makes a nasty old mess. And plus, you've lost the kerf out of your bone, so you have a shorter finger anyway. So it's not that helpful. You see lots on the programs like Casualty, where people had their fingers stitched back on and stuff like that. And oh my God, 9 times out of 10, they don't fix. They don't join up properly. Your body rejects them or whatever. Nerves and blood vessels and stuff. They don't connect, so they just die. They look like black finger. Quite scary. Now, these accidents do happen. A friend of ours, he's dead now actually. Brian Cole, he lost his finger on a planer. Big old Wadkin planer. We didn't have the guards back then. We didn't have the safety equipment back then. We didn't have that awareness or that pressure for health and safety. Because there is a pressure, there is an onus put upon us to make sure that we do things to protect ourselves. Whereas years ago, it was nobody really, well, the workplace certainly didn't care. And as such, there was a lot of accidents. And for Brian Cody, he basically took the top of his finger off, on the planer. When he's running a piece of wood through, just literally, plane knife come round, there goes that much of his finger. Sort of stripping the end, it landed the right way up on top of the planer tables. No guards, nothing like that. These days you've got your guards and stuff, but sometimes they're actually more dangerous than not having a guard. Seriously, some of these guards are seriously bad. Waste of time. That's why you've got to be careful with some of these budget tools. But even my Jet Super Saw, my 10-inch table saw, even that, it's terrible design. Absolutely awful design on the actual guard. It's just too much of it. So you can't actually. It's hard to see where the blade is. When you want to try and make your cuts and stuff like that, you make judgments. And because of that, you put your eyeliner in the wrong place, and a chip could come up and get you the flipping eye or something stupid. So sometimes they're just terribly designed. It's just like it's there just so they tick a box to say it's got a guard. oh, they tick the box, it's got a riving knife. Tick the box, tick the box, tick the box. But it might not be that long before every table saw that is sold will have to have a saw stop installed, where you have the saw blade. It basically is a mechanism. It senses moisture. Like for instance, you just nick your finger, a little bit of moisture goes onto the blade. It senses that, and then it'll throw the blade down to that into underneath the actual table. Brilliant design, but you destroy a blade every time, and obviously you have to replace the cartridge for the actual mechanism every single time. I believe there's a design out there that doesn't require that, but everything like that's expensive. No one can afford it, you know. Whereas if you just practice some common sense rules, don't put your hand anywhere near the blade. Don't stand in line with the blade for any long periods of time. You know, obviously you've got to walk past it, or have you, or maneuver yourself accordingly. But just don't put yourself in the line of fire, basically. You know, you just got to limit the risk. If you're standing there 100% of the time, you're 100% at risk. If you're standing there for 10% of the time, well, you're only 10% of the risk. You know, it's just common sense, isn't it? Really. Anyway, I think I better go see what the missus is doing, because I believe she's better to walk the dogs. I know what to do. She don't want to do it on her own, do I? I can help her. What I do. So, here we go. Right. Let's get back onto there. So I'm going to say toodaloo. Before I do that, so I'll just double check the chat. Oh, okay. The message is, I want to the parents I never know. Oh, I didn't know that, Caroline. You're an orphan. Are you an orphan? Both parents died in a car. Blimey, that's so sad. And I was taken out of... Oh my God, and Ben, what a story. God, that's something to end it on, that is, mate, I'll tell you. God, I didn't know that, mate. God, Ben. Yeah, so I am going to make a move and say toodaloo. Bit rate is a bit on the low side. I'll check the quality of that later and see how it goes. So thank you for watching me make bodging literally another bird box. It was free though, you see. Didn't buy any wood. No, I scavenged it. I did, yeah. That we did. Anyway, let's find the old button and let's press the button. So stop streaming. I'll stop the streaming. 3, 2, 1, toodaloo.